Hello everyone, this is Nishta from Nish Online Interior Design, Paint Color Consultation and Home Decor Content Writing. Today I'm back here with another wooden related paint color video. Like in my earlier videos, I've already talked about best wall paint colors, or I must say best Sherwin Williams wall paint colors for white oak hardwood, for maple wood, for red oak, even honey oak or golden oak out there. Now best wall colors for your walnut wood in your home. Today I'm going to be talking about another very popular wooden type homes that you are bound to find in the US and even Canada. Especially the traditional homes that were built in the 1990s, this type of bold and moody wooden stain was very common. So yes, today I'm going to be talking about 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors for dark hardwood. So, if you already have dark hardwood accents in your home, or if you're looking to install one, this ultimate video on these best paint colors to go with some interior design advice, some do's and don'ts and some nitty-gritties will absolutely help you. In this video, I have personally handpicked 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors that go with your dark hardwood, whether you have that hardwood in the form of trims, in the form of ceilings, floorings or even cabinets. These paint colors are bound to make an overall cohesive appeal. Now, one of the major disadvantages with this dark hardwood is that it tends to make your space look dull, dingy and dark. So, the ultimate mantra is to add warmer and creamier and brighter paint colors to brighten up the space. Especially for traditional homes, Victorian style homes and even French country homes, this kind of wood is quite popular. It may be as close to being as dark as ebony or provincial or even a very darker tone of walnut out there. So, are you excited to know what today's video is going to offer? Well, apart from the 12 paint colors, I'm also going to address a few commonly asked questions by the homeowners regarding installing dark hardwood colors and pairing them with coordinating wall paint colors. Along with this, I'm also going to spill some beans here. Well, let me tell you, choosing the best wall paint color for your dark hardwood accents and flooring may not be very easy. Of course, the dark hardwood flooring can reach certain undertones, some undertones like red, yellow, brown, orange, grey or even pink. So you really need to first analyze the undertones of the stain or the wooden flooring that you have already installed, and then furthermore choose a paint color on the walls that have a similar wink of undertone or maybe a neutral appeal. So, one of the commonly asked question is, what colors go with dark wood? Now, if you already have darker hardwood in your home, you can truly add tones of softer white, creamy whites or creamy whites with yellow undertones. I must tell you to avoid cooler tone white paint colors out there. You can even accentuate your space with the help of dark stormy blue paint colors, some blue-green bold paint colors, charcoal grey colors, some bronze paint colors can also make a nice appeal with dark hardwood, especially if you're looking for a moody appeal, and you can even choose a softer version of black paint color. Another very popular question asked by the homeowners is how do you brighten a space that has dark hardwood everywhere? Now, dark hardwood can really dull down your space, it can weigh it down, make it feel dingy. So one of the best ways to brighten a space is by simply painting the walls in a lighter tone paint color, some lighter furnishings, lighter furniture. You can have some accents in, let's say, softer whites, lighter greyish paint colors, some warmer colors definitely, but way too light to further brighten up your space. For a touch of luxe, don't forget to add touches of satin brass on the knobs, furniture stands, your lighting fixtures as well as your hardware finishes. So now that we've discussed these commonly asked questions, let's get started with my list of 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors that go with dark hardwood. And the first paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Creamy. Sherwin Williams Creamy is a bright off-white paint color with the softest touch of a yellow undertone. Especially if your dark wood accents have the slightest wink of warmth, this bright white color will definitely do wonders. With an LRV of 81, Sherwin Williams Creamy will also brighten up the space and make a bold visual contrast with the dark hardwood floors or trims. Now, Sherwin Williams Creamy has the potential to play a backstage over here while accentuating your dark wood. So, definitely if you tend to use creamy on the wall colors, then definitely these dark hardwood finishes will make an accent in your room. You can further brighten up your space by adding throw pillows or other accessories in shades of taupe, grayish, rust, or even certain charcoal grey paint colors. Now you can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Creamy color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Shoji White. Sherwin Williams Shoji White is a dark, warm off-white paint color that will work effortlessly with dark wood accents. Especially if you're looking to avoid the yellow undertones, this color will readily make your space feel inviting and welcoming. Now this color borders on grey, so you will truly achieve the best of beige as well as the greige world. Now, if you're truly not fond of a very bright warm white paint color like Sherwin Williams Creamy, then you can even go with a softer and more muted, warmer and darker off-white paint color like Sherwin Williams Shoji White. Now, this paint color has an LRV of 74, which means that it falls on the darker range of the off-white paint color scale, and at the same time it can feel quite neutral, especially if you intend to use this paint color in a north-facing room. So, for medium-sized homes and larger sized homes that have dark hardwood accents, Shoji White can play phenomenally. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Shoji White color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Shiitake. Sherwin Williams Shiitake is a mushroom paint color that can readily pair with dark hardwood accents. This warm stone grey can bring a hint of modern and contemporary to your space without truly overwhelming. Shiitake has an LRV of 51, hence falling on the medium end of the scale. Well, I would definitely recommend that you use Sherwin Williams Shiitake in a well-lit space because it can truly weigh down your room. If you don't have a ton of dark hardwood out there, and if you just have tiny tinges of dark hardwood, like let's say just on the flooring or maybe on the built-in cabinets, then Shiitake can play well for larger square footage homes and spaces that receive ample incoming natural light. Now another very beautiful factor about Shiitake is that it's not a traditional paint color. So it doesn't typically have a golden undertone or a warm orange undertone, but it's rather a very neutral mushroom paint color that can work phenomenally if you are craving to achieve a modern appeal in your home, and at the same time if you're not really fond of the off-whites and creams out there with your dark hardwood, Shiitake can also make a nice appeal, and it can work blissfully for monochromatic homes and not contrasting homes out there. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Shiitake color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Agreeable Gray. One of the best Sherwin Williams paint colors for dark wood, Agreeable Gray will offer a sleek, modern and timeless statement. Not too dark, not too light, Agreeable Gray has an LRV of 60 that can definitely add a touch of depth to the walls with dark hardwood trims or floors. You will never regret pairing this modern greyish paint color with your dark wood trims. Now, if you have a ton of dark hardwood accents in your home, then Agreeable Gray is another modern greyish paint color that you can use in your home. Just like Shiitake is more on the mushroom and warmer neutral end of the scale, Agreeable Gray has a tinge of grey as well. So it's not as warm as Shiitake, but at the same time, if you're looking for a further neutral appeal and are not too fond of the warmer neutrals out there, then Agreeable Gray can also make a beautiful appeal. This color should only be used in medium or larger sized homes that have darker hardwood flooring. For smaller sized darker hardwood flooring homes, homes, I would say that you must only restrict to the softer whites and brighter creamy white paint colors out there.
Now you can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Agreeable Gray color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Evergreen Fog.
Sherwin Williams Evergreen Fog is a neutral green grey paint color that can beautifully work with dark hardwood tones. Whether warm or cool tone dark wood, this color will ideally work for all. This neutral paint color by Sherwin Williams can bring the perfect touch of serenity and freshness to a space.
So if you don't want the dark hardwood to make an accent, just like it's making an accent with the whites and beiges and greys and mushroom paint colors out there, and if you want an eclectic vibe and are looking to choose a non-neutral greyish paint color, then Evergreen Fog is a beautiful muted and subdued green grey paint color that you can go with. Now this color will accentuate itself and make the dark hardwood a backstage player there. So definitely if you're looking for a rejuvenated and calming vibe and don't mind adding some sense of accents here and there, then Sherwin Williams Evergreen Fog is definitely something to have an eye on. Now this color has an LRV of 30, which means that it falls on the medium end of the scale and must be restrictively used in a home because too much of this color can also be overwhelming.
Now you can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Evergreen Fog color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Rainwashed.
Sherwin Williams Rainwashed is a blue-green blend neutral paint color that feels light, airy, breezy and calm. Especially with dark hardwood on the trims or flooring, this light and cool tone coastal type color will work beautifully. With an LRV of 59, this is a light tone paint color and will immediately elevate any space.
Now Sherwin Williams Rainwashed is a breezy color that will work beautifully with your dark hardwood flooring or built-in shelves or accents. If you're looking to accentuate a particular breezy tone paint color without making your dark hardwood go too dark in a space, then Rainwashed is a beautiful example that can immediately elevate a space. On the other hand, Rainwash has a blend of blue, green and grey that can be easily that doesn't feel too warm or crisp and at the same time not too warm or cozy.
You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Rainwash color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Colonnade Gray.
Sherwin Williams Colonnade Gray is a stony warm grey paint color with an earthy touch to it. This is a medium to dark tone paint color that will blend with the dark hardwood. Hence, I'd recommend that you add Sherwin Williams Pure White on the baseboards to visually separate the two. With an LRV of 53, this color falls on the medium end of the scale.
So whether you have dark hardwood on the accents or your flooring, Sherwin Williams Colonnade Gray can play a beautiful role as far as you pair it with lighter furnishings and lighter furniture. You also must allow ample incoming natural light to enter the space at all times, because trust me, Colonnade Gray has the potential to make a space look dull and dark. So you really have to be careful around this paint color, but if you're truly fond of the stony warm grey paint color, then Colonnade Gray is definitely it.
You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Colonnade Gray color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Urbane Bronze.
Sherwin Williams Urbane Bronze is a dark brownish grey paint color that shares synonyms with earthiness and richness. This is a dark, moody and sophisticated paint color that can work wonderfully as an accent in a room with dark hardwood accents. With an LRV of 8, this color can absorb the incoming natural light and make the space feel dramatic and dominating.
So if you're particularly looking for an organic, earthy, sophisticated and rich look with your dark hardwood floors, or let's say if your dark hardwood flooring has a tinge of yellow or red or even pink undertone, or it's more on the browner end of the scale, then Urbane Bronze can also be used as an accent to go. Now this color can easily blend in with your dark hardwood, whereas making the whites around this paint color pop up interestingly.
You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Urbane Bronze color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Canvas Tan.
Sherwin Williams Canvas Tan is a khaki tinted warm white color that can brighten up the dark hardwood accents and make the space feel welcoming and lively. Definitely darker than Sherwin Williams Creamy, this color can also create a strong visual contrast with the dark hardwood accents and thus work immensely in transitional, traditional and modern setups.
So whether you have ebony flooring or provincial or dark walnut, Sherwin Williams Canvas Tan will definitely go along with any dark hardwood accent out there. Now this paint color has an LRV of 64, that it means that it falls on the darker end of the off-white color range or lighter edge of the khaki paint color range. Now this color has a dominant khaki and yellow undertone. So especially if you're looking to paint your traditional home and if you're specifically looking for a traditional vibe, then Canvas Tan can definitely make a beautiful appeal with your dark hardwood accents. Now Canvas Tan is not a very modern or contemporary paint color, so you must avoid this paint color in modern setups.
You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Canvas Tan color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Antique White.
Sherwin Williams Antique White is a warm off-white paint color with a dominant yellow undertone. Now this color can create a beautiful contrast with dark hardwood flooring, and with an LRV of 72, it falls on the darker off-white color range.
So if you're looking for a French country look or a traditional look and you're typically looking for an off-white or a darker white paint color with a dominant yellow undertone, then antique white is definitely something to have an eye on. I earlier mentioned as well that white paint colors with yellow undertones can work really well with your dark hardwood. So if you're not afraid of the yellow undertones and you're not afraid of the warmth on the wall paint colors, then antique white would also make a perfect cohesive appeal. At the same time, it can be used as a whole house color scheme with your dark hardwood flooring as well.
Now you can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Antique White color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams On The Rocks.
Sherwin Williams On The Rocks is a versatile bright grey paint color that feels cool, crisp and calm. Especially if you're looking for a cool tone vibe, this color can work perfectly with dark hardwood floor.
Now Sherwin Williams On The Rocks has an LRV of 62, which means that it falls on the darker range of the off-white color range. At the same time, it's a stony grey paint color, so it's not icy cool, crisp grey paint color as well, because that would be a big no-no for dark hardwoods. At the same time, this color has a teeny wink of warmth that can beautifully complement your dark hardwood flooring out there. At the same time, if you're particularly fond of the grey paint colors and if your grey flooring also reflects a touch of grey undertone, then On The Rocks is definitely something that you can have an eye on. At the same time, you must allow ample incoming natural light to enter the space, because On The Rocks also has a potential to make a space look dull. I would recommend that you avoid this color as a whole house scheme, but if your home it has a larger square footage with ample incoming natural light, this may not be the worst option.
Now you can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams On The Rocks color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website.
Now the last paint color on my list is Sherwin Williams Roycroft Bottle Green.
The dark, rich and moody Sherwin Williams Roycroft Bottle Green is a pine green paint color that falls on the darker end of the scale. With an LRV of only 5, this color is the darkest paint color on my list that will pair beautifully as an accent with the dark hardwood.
So whether you're looking to decorate and design your home office, or if you're looking for a moody and dramatic entertainment zone, this dark pine green paint color is definitely something that will go along well with your dark hardwood flooring. Regardless of the undertones, this paint color is bound to work provincially, especially if you have ebony, provincial, dark walnut or other darker hardwood stains and flooring out there. This paint color can definitely also exhibit a rich, luxe and a moody and dramatic appeal. So, what are your thoughts on my list of 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors for dark hardwood? Well, did you like any? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you need any help regarding the paint colors, I offer one-on-one video consultation and we can directly get in touch with one another and discuss the best paint color options for your home. And also you can check out my Etsy shop which has latest pre-packaged color palettes. So if you're looking to choose paint color in an affordable way, then my Etsy shop has tons and tons of Sherwin Williams and Benjamin Moore color palettes that you can have an eye on. Lastly, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as I'm coming out with such color related videos every Monday for you. Bye.